Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Chloe here. Today we're going to be making a lemon drizzle cake. So firstly I've added the caster sugar and the eggs and beaten them together with the electric whisk, and now we have to start adding the eggs one at a time. So you can either do this with a wooden spoon or an electric whisk, but I find an electric is the whisk the easiest. So after you've added the eggs, you have to make sure that there are no lumps and it's all come together and there's no bits of sugar on the side of the bowl. So after you've added a bit of the egg and you've got rid of all the sugar on the side, you can start adding the next bit of egg. And then after we've done that and got it to the perfect consistency, we need to add the flour. The easiest way to get it off the side of the bowl is with either a knife or a fork. So after we've scraped out the sides of the bowl, we can start whisking again and adding the flour. So as you can see, I've got it to the perfect consistency, and the sugar has been mixed in together, and there's no individual lumps of it. So now I'm going to add the flour into the mixture. So now we've added the flour, we need to beat it together until it's nice and thick and creamy and there's no lumps of sugar, flour or butter. It should start to get thicker and look less liquidish and more butter. Now we need to fold in the flour, which is serving it with an 8, so making the shape of an 8 in the mixture. After you've done it and there's no lumps of flour, you need to add the zest of the lemon. And then when you've done that, you need to scrape the tongs of the electric whisk or the spoon to get all of the excess mixture. Otherwise we're going to have not enough mixture so you can make the correct amount. After you've done this, get your lemon zest and get a fork and scrape it out and scoop it in. You need to make sure that it doesn't go in one place and it spreads throughout the mixture. So now you can see that we haven't got any bit of just the mixture. You can see the lemon's gone through. So now we need to stir that together and then we need to get it ready into a cake tin. need to get the cake out. So now we need to line the cake tray with baking parchment and some butter. Any butter can be used. It can either be baking butter or normal butter, but you need to make sure that you've covered the inside of the tin with the butter, so then the baking parchment will stick to it and not be loose, so it would be uneven, so the cake would be lopsided and only half the cake would be fully baked when the other's not. You see it all down the sides and at the bottom and the top, an even amount. So now when you take all the excess butter off, and you do it again until the whole tin is covered, but there's no little lumps that could make a bump in it, so the mix will be unevenly spread. So after we've done that, we need to cut the baking parchment to the right size and make sure it's in evenly and that it is inside and there's no like little air bubbles. So when I bake, I usually like to sing because it's like something to do, so you don't just stand there. So this cake has lemon, white chocolate, and that's it in. It's a lemon and white chocolate loaf, because you either can not put white chocolate in or you can melt it and drizzle it over the top. Or you can put it in at the beginning, which is what I did. So now you can see that it's evenly done. We can spoon in the mixture, and if you want, you can do a little decoration on the top. With the tongs, you can either bang them on the side of the thing and with the spoon, or you can get one end to scrape it out and do the same with the other. Whatever's easiest for you, there's no specific way. So after that, we get the spoon, scoop it all around the sides, make sure it's all evenly mixed, and scoop it in. You need to get in all the corners and in the middle, make sure there's an even amount, not a little bit in a corner and then a massive lump of it. So when you've got it all out of the bowl, you'll need to either get another spoon or a knife and scoop it out from the spoon. Otherwise you'll have excess mixture, which will then be a waste and you won't be able to serve the right amount of people, and there'll only be a couple of slices. So as you can see, all the mixture is out of the bowl. So now I need to get another spoon to scrape it out, so that there's no excess mixture left on the spoon, otherwise it would be a waste. So next we need to put it into the oven and prepare the icing. And we need to spread it out evenly. So as you can see, it is evenly spread out and in all the corners. So now we need to heat it to either 180 degrees or 160. I normally go for 175. And we need to wait for that to heat up a bit. So now we can get started on our icing sugar for the cake, which is caster sugar and lemon juice. Make sure that all the oven trays and stuff is out of the oven, otherwise there wouldn't be enough room and it wouldn't bake fully, and you'd have a soggy cake in the middle. So now we need to leave that for a couple of minutes to heat. We need to make our icing. To get 2 small round tubs, or get a tub and a pot, a bowl, because we need 85 grams of our caster sugar and a whole juice lemon. So we need to weigh this out to exactly 85 grams. So it's not too much and it's not too little. So the icing isn't thick and bulky, but it's not too thin, so otherwise it wouldn't cover the whole cake. So if you like making a lemon cake, there's either you can do it a square, a circle or a loaf, which is what I've done. But with a loaf you need more mixture because it's thicker and it's longer but it's thinner. So now we have our 85 grams of caster sugar. We need to juice our lemon, which we need to cut a whole lemon open. Get the pips out. If you're young and you're not allowed to use an ice, then get an adult to use it to help you with it, and then you just squeeze and make sure you pick all the pips out, otherwise they'll go in your mixture and you can choke on them. You have to squeeze it so you can't feel any more juice inside it or running through your fingers. Otherwise it wouldn't have the full lemon flavour. And it wouldn't be a lemon cake, it would be a plain cake. So after you've done that, you need to put the excess lemon in the bin and you need to get ready to squeeze the other half. You can either do it in wedges or you can do it in rounds, which is what I've done. You need to pick all your pips out. And squeeze. As you can see, there's pips which might fall out, which then can be a choking hazard. You need to make sure you get as much as you can out. So as you can see, there is no pips. So now we need to leave them there and we need to check if the oven is hot enough to put our cakes in. Yeah, it's ready. So now we need to put it in for 40 to 45 minutes. I'm going to do 40 and then I'll check if it needs some more. So now we need to mix the lemon juice and the caster sugar together. So for that I would use a small bowl like this, because you don't want it to slip over the side, but you don't want it to have too much room because it would be a waste of a pot. You need to pour the lemon juice over our caster sugar, get a wooden spoon and stir until you can't see any lumps of sugar. Until it's a sugary mixture, but you can't actually see the lumps. So it's like see-through, but then you can still see the sugar in it. So anyway, comment down below if you have a recipe in mind for my channel, because I'd be happy to do one of your recipes. And if you want to try and make this at home, I'll put the link down in the box. So now we have to wait for the cake to bake, and we need to put our icing in the fridge for it to cool.